Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Danu, Sisda. Now I want to presentation about fundamental OSS Alibaba Cloud. So what I want to discuss and presentation in this material. The first is what is OSS. Second is concept OSS. Third is bucket and object. Fourth is image and processing. Five is hosting and monitoring. And the last is seven is security filters. So what is OSS? Alibaba Cloud Object Storage Service, or OSS, is a cloud-based object storage service designed to store, manage, and access large amounts of unstructured data securely and efficiently. So let's compare different storage types on the picture. Uh, I have two traditional storage. We have file storage and block storage. File storage is store data in folders and files. File storage is best used for the set file, and then block storage is stores data in fixed size blocks commonly used by operating system and database. Block stores best used for operating system and database. And then the last is cloud storage. We have object storage. Object storage is data stores data as dependent objects with metadata and unique identifier. Object storage best used for image, video, backups, and document. So, Alibaba Cloud OSS uses object storage, making it highly scalable and trustable for storing large amounts of unstructured data such as image, videos, documents, and backups. So, next, in the picture, we have a traditional storage and we have uh, so many storage. This is one storage and so many storage. When the volume of data rises rapidly, this picture shows the limitation of traditional storage. When data grows rapidly, organization need to purchase more physical server, which increases hardware, maintenance, and operational costs. To solve this problem, Alibaba Cloud provides Object Storage Service or OSS. OSS stores data in the cloud, making it highly scalable, reliable, and cost-effective. So, and the next material is about concept OSS. The first OSS is built on the Aspara platform, Alibaba Cloud Store operating system. And the second, it uses the Penu distribute file system to store and manage data efficiently. And the third is this is architecture enables high scalability, durability, and available. This feature shows the architectures of Alibaba Cloud Object Store Service. At the top, this application communicate with OSS through the Open API. And then OSS is one of the core service provided by Alibaba Cloud. This is. And then behind the OSS, there is the Pengu distribute file system. This is Pengu store data across multiple servers and automatically creates 3 copies of each object to improve reliability and data durability. All of these services run the Apsara platform, which manages computing resources, storage, and networking across Alibaba Cloud. Next concept is about object key. An object key is the unique identifier of an object inside a bucket. The maximum length of an object key is 1024 bytes, and it UTF-8 encoding so it can support characters from different language. And then each object K must be unique within the same bucket. However, the same object K can be used in the different buckets. So, in the last, OSS also support path prefix. Although it looks like a folder structure, OSS does not have real directories. The folder structure is only simulated by the object key. Next, concept about data structure. Before creating a bucket, it's important to understand how OSS organizes data. Show in the picture. User, this user can create multiple buckets. So user can create so many buckets. Alright. And then each bucket can store many objects. One bucket can create many objects. I'm sorry. Many objects. Every object contains three components. So one object, every object can contain three components. The first is object key, second is the data, and the last is about metadata. The following structure show in OSS is only virtual and is created using pet prefix. Okay, the last is about stored classes. Stored classes. Uh, Stored classes. Alibaba Cloud provides different stored classes based on how frequently data is accessed. So, the first is standard storage. It's designed for frequently accessed data. It provides real-time access without retrieves fees. And then the second is about infrequent access. Infrequent access is suitable for data. It's accessed occasionally. It offers lower storage cost but charges a retrieval fee. And then the third is about archive. Archive is designed for long-term storage. Data can be retrieved in about 1 minute. So the last is about cold archive. Cold archive is the lowest cost storage option. However, retrieving data may take between 1 and 11 hours. Okay, next material about bucket and object. Now I will demonstrate the basic workflow of bucket and object in Alibaba Cloud OSS. First, I open Alibaba Cloud OSS. This is the main dashboard where we can create and manage bucket and store our object. And then we click to strip on the top and then we choose a bucket. Alright, the first step is creating a bucket. Bucket is the main container used to store object. Here, uh, I enter the bucket name, and then select region, choose the storage class, and then configure the access permission, private, public read, and public read or write. Okay, after all the settings are complete, I click OK. So now the bucket has been created successfully. Okay, this is my bucket and the dashboard. All right, uh, before we upload the object, we go to the basic setting and then we choose the life cycle. I want to configure the life cycle to create the role. For the role, in the transit to ES storage, I use 60 because the storage class of object is converted from standard to EA 60 days after it is less modified. And then the parts is 180 because parts are deleted 180 days after they are generated. After this, click OK. And then, so after this, we choose the file and then click Upload to upload the object. Okay. Uh, then I select a file from my computer. You notice every upload file is called an object. Okay. The upload process is completed and successfully. This is my object. Now the object is stored inside the bucket and can be managed through the OSS console. So this is a demonstration of basic workflow of bucket and object in Alibaba Cloud OSS. Next, material about image processing. Image processing, Alibaba Cloud OSS image processing is an image processing service that features massive capacity, high security, low cost, and high reliability. By uploading and storing original image in OSS, you can process image anytime, anywhere, and an internet device through a simple RESTful API. Then, in this video, we show how image processing works in Alibaba Cloud OSS. So, the original image is uploaded to an OSS bucket. The image is uploaded. After the image is uploaded, OSS store the original image and start processing it based on the user request. During this process, OSS provides several image processing features. So we have OSS have feature processing image. For example, the first OSS can converting image format, and then it can also resize, crop, and rotate image according to the user requirements. And then the third, OSS allow user to add text or image watermark to protect image ownership. And then the last is OSS can also apply coloring effects to improve our customize the appearance of an image. Yes. So after all the request operation are complete, OSS generate a new processed image. Okay. Next is about access method. In this video, explain how to access the image processing service in Alibaba Cloud OSS. The image is accessed using a URL that consists of four main parts. The bucket name is the endpoint, color yellow. A bucket name is red, and then endpoint yellow, and then the object name is green. This is, and the last is the query string purple. The first part is the bucket, which is stored image. Okay, the endpoint, which is specific the OSS region where the bucket is located. And then the third is the object, which is the image file we want to process. And the query string using a parameter X OSS process to tell OSS what image processing operation should be performed. And then query string, there are two ways to define image processing. The first parameter is in this mode we directly specify the processing parameter in the URL. For example, this is to resize the image to 200 pixel wide. And then the second is style mode. Instead of writing all the parameters in the URL, we can set them as a predefined style and simply call this style name such as this is. This makes image processing easier to manage and the use. So we have a example like this. This is a bucket name, right? And this is the endpoint region, okay? And this is region, and this is the name object. So and the last is uh, query string. This is use parameter mode, parameter mode like this. Okay, next about website hosting and monitoring. In Alibaba Cloud OSS use static website. We can host your entire static website on OSS for low cost, highly available hosting solution that can cycle automatically to handle any load. And then with OSS, we can really build serves your traffic and handle unexpected peaks without worrying about scaling your infrastructure or managing server. On the picture on the setting, okay, we can setting the static page. This is the default home page. We can choose index HTML. Okay, and then in this website hosting, we can custom domain our domain like this. We can custom our domain, okay? And then after static website, this is a monitoring. What is monitoring? Can monitoring your set case metric via cloud monitor. And then it's monitoring, can the cloud monitor dashboard display both of statistic and stuff for individual buckets, like the picture. This is the uh, dashboard monitoring in OSS. Okay, next the last topic is security features. Alibaba Cloud OSS provides several security mechanisms to protect data during transmission, storage, and access. So, the first OSS support HTTPS endpoint. This is the first. Means all data transport between the client and OSS is encrypted using SSL or TLS, protecting it from interception during transmission. Second, access control. OSS provides buckets and object level ACL, and bucket policy. To manage permission, we can decide who is allowed to read, write, and manage the object stored in a bucket. And then the third is server-side encryption. Third is server-side encryption. OSS automatically encrypts data stored in the cloud. There are two options, SSA OSS, where Alibaba Cloud manages the encryption case, and SSA KMAs, where users manage their own cache using key management service. Finally, OSS provides identity authentication. This through RAM and STS. RAM allows administrator to create user and assign specific permission, while STS provides temporary access tokens, making it safer for application and third-party users to access OSS resource. Overall, these security features help ensure that data stored in OSS remains confidential, secure, and accessible only to authorized users. So, in this set explanation how Alibaba Cloud OSS manages access permission using two mechanisms, bucket and object ACL, and then bucket policy. So on the left, about bucket and object ACL, ACL stands for Access Control Panel. This control panel is the basic permission setting that determines who can access the bucket or the object inside it. There are three permission level. This is private, where only authorized user can access data, and then public read, where everyone can view the object but only the owner can modify them. And the last is public read or write, where anyone can read and upload object. This option is generally not recommended because it has security risks. So on the right is about bucket policy. Compared to IGL, bucket policy provides more detailed access control. For example, we can specify which user or account are allowed to access the bucket, which is operation they can perform, and even require that all requests use HTTPS instead of HTTP. This allows the administration to create more secure and flexible access rules based on the different require. And in summary, a self-provides simple permission settings, will bucket policy offer more advanced and fine-grained access control for better security. Okay, next about securing data in transit. This set explains how Alibaba Cloud OSS secure data during transmission. OSS support HTTPS endpoint, which use SSL or TLS encryption. Means that all data uploaded to or downloaded from OSS is encrypted while traveling across the internet, making it difficult for attackers to encrypt the data. OSS also supports client-side encryption. In this method, the user encrypts the data before uploading it to OSS. As a result, the data remains encrypted even before it reaches the cloud storage. On the right side, this we can see an example from the OSS console. By enabling HTTPS, the generate object will start with HTTPS, which means uh, the connection is encrypted using SSL or TLS. Every upload or download request through this URL is protected during transmission. So, and then security features about server-side encryption. This slide explains server-side encryption, which protects data after it has been uploaded and stored in OSS. Alibaba Cloud OSS provides two server-side encryption methods. The first is SSA OSS. This. In this method, Alibaba Cloud automatically manages the encryption case. It is simple to use because users do not need to manage any encryption case. And second is SSA KMS. This method uses Alibaba Cloud Key Management Service or KMS. User can create and manage their own encryption case, providing greater security and more control over the data. So the diagram is show how SSA KMS work. First, the customer provides a master key through KMS, then KMS generate encryption key that are used to encrypt its uploaded object. Its object receives a unique encryption key, while the master key is securely managed by KMS. This approach provides stronger protection because every object is encrypted individually. So the last security features is identity authentication. Alibaba Cloud OSS provides two main mechanisms such as RAM, police, and STS. First, but RAM policy, which stands for Resource Access Management. RAM allows administration to create different user to roles and assign specific permission. For example, one user may only be allowed to view objects, while another user can upload and delete files. This allows the principle of least privilege, meaning each user only receives the permission they actually need. On the left, we can see an example of RAM police written in JSON format. In this example, the policy allows the user to perform actions such as listing object and reading object from a specific OSS bucket. And the second mechanism is STS, or Security Token Service. Unlike permanent credential, STS provides temporary access credential. This is much more secure because application or user do not need to expose the main access key. The process like this: first, the client application log into application server login. Then the server requests a temporary token from STS. After that, STS return temporary. STS return temporary credential, and finally, the client uses this credential to secure access OSS. When the token expires, it automatically becomes invalid. So, thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.